Jay's Yone Poppy? Definitely possible. How can I carry with tank tops? Win lane? Roam. The usual. How do you win against Ignite, Renekton as Fiora? Farm and scale, brother. Once you get Divine Sunder, you can start winning, but there's no quick trick to smash him in lane, if that's what you're asking. But once you get Sunder, like, you definitely should go Sunder in that matchup, because once you get it, you can kite him and survive. Basically, if you can get 2 free Qs on him with Sunder procs, you just win. He can't beat you anymore, unless you go like full brain off, you know? But what I'm saying is, like, you can put him in a bad position and then push him in. Some matchups, you win by slowly putting him in a bad position, and he can still retreat from that bad position without you being able to kill him. I think the concept is like lost on a lot of people, but the point is, some matchups are so good for the guy that like you can never kill him. Like, you just can't kill him. If you try to kill him, you will die. If you just accept that you can't kill him, however, you're usually going to be okay. Like, you can scale just fine. But it's like a lot of people end up losing their lanes when they like triple down and put themselves in a really shit position because they like triple down trying to kill the guy instead of just, you try to kill him, he has to take a bad recall, you take that win. You just take that win. Young Felon, thanks for the 4 months, I appreciate that. Radiant or Jackshaw and Orange? Jackshaw if you're carrying alone, and Radiant if your teammates are very good in the game. You planning on bringing unique picks into the LCS? I'm planning on playing whenever I think is the best to win. And if I think unique pick is the best pick to win, then that's the fact. That is what I'm gonna play. Do your cats ever disrupt while you're playing? Definitely. They have jumped on my couch, not on my couch, on my desk at very inopportune times. So someone wanted me to play a Poppy game, so let's just smash it out right now. Thoughts on Kassadin top versus Rumble? It's okay. Basically, your team plays 4v5 until like level 9, and then you can start slowly poking away at his health bar, but not really rift walking in until you have level 11, and then level 11 you start actually beating him. So basically, your team's playing 4v5 for about 15 minutes, and if your team can win 4v5 for 10 minutes, then they're really fucking good at League Legends. So I think the pick is dog shit because Rumble's going to push the wave, run down, and press R on whoever dares play the game. Whether that be your mid laner, your bot laner, or your jungler. That's what I think. I really just think you make your whole team suffer just so you can play Kassadin in scale, and Kassadin doesn't even win you the game at level 16 anymore. He wins you the game at level 11, and at level 11, the game might be over already. Demolish versus Shield Bash Poppy. I'm not really a Shield Bash enjoyer, but I don't think it's illegal to pick it. What did you did when you was playing versus Mord against Alawi and she rushed QSS? I just built my item and I shit on her very hard. I think I just bought Rylai's and I just ran her down and killed her. And I just didn't press R. And when she pressed R, I pressed R. And then she QSS'd. And the thing is, when you QSS off Mord's ult, he still takes 10% of your stats. Just so you know, you don't remove that fact. So when you buy a QSS, you're buying 1300 gold, spending 1300 gold for 40 magic resistance. I think it's actually 30. It might be less. It's like 30 magic resistance. Unironically. Because for the 7 seconds, which by the way, in an all-in is a long time. 7 seconds during an all-in, that is a very long time. For context, Olaf's ult lasts 3 seconds. So I'm just saying, okay? And he refreshes it by 2.5 every time he hits you with autos or E's. So I'm just saying, 7 seconds is technically 2 refreshes on Olaf's ultimate. That's a long fucking time in an all-in, okay? So in other words, you're buying this piece of shit item that doesn't really help you do shit. Yep, 30 MR. To stop him from like stealing your tentacles. But the thing is, he beats you even if you just don't, even through your ult if you buy this item, because he just steals your stats and then he presses W with your stolen stats and then he caves your head in. It's completely miserable, this matchup. What do you think about Yone? Is he balanced? I think Yone and Yasuo need to have 8. I think they need 8 second cooldown on E, personally. That's what I think. I was doing the skill E there if you found someone. I think they need level 1, 8 second cooldown on Q, and they should get half a second reduced per rank in Q. And that way at max rank it'll be the same as it used to be, but I just think lethal tempo reduces the cooldown far too quickly, far too easily, and far too early. It means that the windows you have to trade into them are just extremely short. I don't want to skill E and pin him here, because if I skill E against Olaf, I'm going to have a miserable time. And I don't have any hard CC to follow up. If I had that team with hard CC, I would be more than down. Or like if I had any hard CC follow up, I'd be down, but I have no hard CC follow up. Like who's gonna like flash Lissandra W? Like it's just not happening, you feel me? Both based? Yeah, no, I really think like it's just the sign of the times, you feel me? Like these champions just need nerfs right now. Like I mean, I just think, and they don't need a hard nerf, just a little bit of less early game. A little bit, you know, a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be like they can't breathe anymore, but like, come on, you can't disagree with me. That shit's kind of fucking OP. Like the fact that they just cave your head in like that, like it feels really bad when they do that. I feel really bad when I play against this fucking Yone champion, and the only trade window I have is when his, whatchamacallit, when his E's, like when his E is down, his W is down, and he doesn't have lethal tempo stacks, which, just for context here, that doesn't happen all too often. He doesn't have W, so I can actually play for a cheater. If he has W, you can't fight him because he's too strong, but when he doesn't have W, you can actually just fight him off the wave. You do need to outplay him a little bit. Like, you need to play a little bit good to do it, but you definitely can. Like, you can't just, like, bowl it down into him and expect to survive, because Olaf, but... Oh, wow, I missed both. I'm sad. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just catch these two melee creeps here so I can get not only a better recall, but also don't miss the experience. Because I'm going to hit level 4 here, which means I have W, which means I can just dip if he tries to ult in me. -2 XDD. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I think Doran's Blade is really good. Like, corrupting into D-Blade in a matchup like this is really good in my opinion. He actually has good AD scalings, and obviously since the Doran's Blade buffs, it's even better, but it used to be good already. This was always tech that One Tricks used. Now it's even better. So you see if I breast shift, you'll see the percent, 90% bonus AD, so you're getting 9 damage per pop of Q. Pretty good, right? Basically, this in a combo where you auto-Q someone, this is going to give you a nasty, like, you know, like, in terms of AD, it should give you 28, but that's before armor, right? So the point is you're getting, like, 20 extra damage per trade you do to someone, which, again, given the fact that it gives you a small amount of healing and 100 health, I like it. So again, if you're a Poppy enjoyer, don't be shy. Grab a little... grab a little... Doran's Blade, and get crushing. Yeah, honestly, this champion's got it brutal right now, I'm not gonna lie. Extremely strong for, like, no reason. He's no W, so I'm just gonna... he has no Q, sorry, so I'm just gonna run away with my W. Oh wow, he didn't flush that. Then I guess I'll flash auto him. You can input the auto before he flashes. I wanted him to flash my Q flash. That's why I didn't Q flash and commit there, because I was worried that he would flash it and then I get my head caved in, but he didn't respect it, so I could just flash auto attack and finish him off, I suppose. I can go Sheen here if I'm really greedy and I want to just, like, fucking end him right now, but I think he has counterplay to that by ghosting me down, so instead, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself plated steel caps, because that's gonna just be the nail in the coffin. With the tier 2 shoes to no shoes, it's gonna be really easy to kite him. And yeah, usually I like swiftness boots in this matchup, but since I'm playing against 580 champions, it's definitely steel caps instead of the swiftness boots, even despite the fact. On this one I can E into him because I'm just way stronger, and usually you don't want to do this, but you can do it when you're much stronger. I'm also going to hit 6 there, so I know I can E into him there, but be mindful of Eing into the guy. Sometimes, even though he's level 5, and I'm level 5, but I have 1,000 more gold than him in my bank, he can still beat me. You mean Ninja Tab Eyes? Pretty much. No, I like to say what's in the shop right now. Nowadays, it's been so many years since they've changed this that, like, it's been like 2 years, I think, since they've changed it. Maybe 3. But, like, at this point, there's some people that never knew. They don't know what Ninja Tab Eyes are. Can you believe that? No, we're getting old. Pin him and deny the cannon. Like, he's so mad. And I picked up the shield buckler there because it blocks the tower shot, basically. And I got my play. And here I have 2 options. One is to recall, the other one is to go for the thingy. For the plant. I'm gonna go for the plant, and I'm gonna stay. He's gonna hit 6 though, so again, once he hits 6, you do have to be very careful in this matchup. He can in fact kill you pretty easily if you don't, you know, if you don't play well. So always have a minion you can E out to, and just in general, be mindful. His all-in's still really strong. Just one of those matchups. Eing into him, into a wall, doesn't always win you the matchup anymore, so be mindful. Still, you see how I had a minion behind me there, so I could walk up and harass him? Same thing here. I can always jump back to the minion in the minion wave, if he tries to ult in me here. That's what I'm playing for. So I'm always walking in between the 2 minion waves so that I can E to one of these melee creeps as I'm harassing him. This is the goal of the matchup at this stage. Same idea. Just walk up to him, harass him. He all-ins me. Oh, fuck, my minion died. Kite him, kite him, kite him, kite him, kite him, kite him. Auto ult. And he's dead. He lost there because his ult ran out because I kited him well enough. Again, it's not easy to play Olaf. The champion actually requires more APM than most people think. But it was a nice timing by him. He caught me right when my thingy expired. That's nice. Into Olaf, I like maxing W second. Why? It gives you, basically, it just reduces the cooldown. And since I'm playing against a million dashes this game, I think it's worthwhile. If you don't want to do that, though, that's up to you. I don't mind. Same idea here. The reason why I can do this guy can E over the wall and just dodge. the guy all-inning me here. So I just want to catch as much as I can from this wave. Oh, actually, I lost vision. I fucked up again. My ward expired. I should have checked. My ward expired here, so I couldn't E over. But the idea was that I had a ward here, and I could see over this wall and escape him. But I didn't realize my ward was expiring. Like I said, Poppy actually has deceivingly good scaling on her Q, and obviously because she either Qs you or auto-attacks you, she's just way stronger than you think. Than you wouldn't think, well, if you hadn't played against Poppy and just looking at her. But that's why Divine Sunder works on her pretty damn well. And in general also, because she can proc it with Buckler, it gets really nasty really fast once you get it. I go Sunder when I'm against bruiser champions that can ignore my tank build very well, like Olaf. Trundle would be another example of a champion that can do that. But yeah, that's when I go Sunder on Poppy personally. Some people will go it no matter what, they go tank Poppy no matter what. I don't think it's illegal either. In case you're wondering why I'm queuing the floor, it's the same idea as the last virus game. You proc Sheen as you're throwing your Buckler midair. This does a lot of damage, basically. Oh, I should have pinged this guy to come dive. Yoink. We missed it because I lagged the second there. I used my Q Buckler to yoink him there. He doesn't have TP, so I could take the whole tower. Actually, I will, because it gives me my upgrade. I needed to check where the enemy team was going, because sometimes they will come and kill you here if you're not careful, so be mindful of that. All my teams have been winning today. It's been a good day of solo queue. Very nice. I don't think I'll get it on this wave, though, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. Don't overgreed, again, in these situations. Just let the wave be. Don't touch it. The enemy top laner is coming. Just try to get a base as soon as possible. And I'm just going to fast push this wave. Cheeky grass proc there, because why not? And we're out. I'm going to hover here, just drop a ward, check for camps, check for whatever. And then we're going to go ahead and do the Herald with my team. It just speeds it up. Basically, the Herald spawns every 10 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, and every champion auto attack counts as 0.5 seconds of cooldown reduction to that cooldown. And then it has a individual champion cooldown of 3 seconds per champion. So if you're doing the Herald with 3 people all hitting the Herald a maximum of 6 times in 10 seconds, or less than that to be fair. My brain's too slow to tell you exactly how it works, but people in chat can do the math. The TLDR is the more champions that hit the Herald, the better, but there's a 3-second increment, a cap per champion that stops you from finishing off the Herald and like one-shotting it. Like for example, if not, Urgot could pop W and he would just one-shot the Herald because he hits 3 times a second. Right? So because he can do that, that would make him OP at doing Herald, and well, you would just, you know, sometimes you one-shot the Herald and that would be kind of OP. So that's why Urgot, for example, does it faster than other champions, but not complete one-shot broken fast, if that makes sense. Same idea here. I could have gone mid for this, but then I would give plates to Olaf, and I don't want to do that. So as much as I've crushed Olaf, Olaf is definitely a champion that can scale back up in this game, especially as a side laner and to me. If I'm not careful, even if you go Divine Sunder, Poppy, it's not like Olaf is to be ignored. So I like to make sure that I'm in a good spot and I don't let him get plates or anything. And then when plates fall off, I'll start roaming again. I'm gonna move up here, queue this wave. I think I'm gonna use all my Divine Sunder procs on this. Good chance I'll crack open the tower here before he gets back. That's what I'm playing for. Yeah, that's one Q. Like, it's one tap of my Q and a Sunder procs like 450 damage. It's really disgusting how much damage Poppy really does. I'm gonna go Deadman's actually. I have a TP opportunity here, but unfortunately we have no deep wards, so I can't really truly force. That said, I can run my ass down bot lane. He can ulted almost guaranteed. He would have died otherwise to the Graves ult. I don't really want to use my flash, so if we can just jail them, that would be good. He has ult and cleanse. I can't flash pin him even. Wouldn't work. So I'm just gonna have to jail the people that are here. Alright, fine. I'll flash on this guy then. I'm just gonna TP top here. I'll have to TP to defend the tower anyway, so I might as well TP to fight him. Because he gets his head caved in right now. His passive ult is down because he fucked up. So I'm just gonna chase him here. Alright, I want to at least ghost. I'm not gonna let him run away without using a summoner spell there because I can drag the wave with me anyway. Sucks that I used my flash for only 1 really kill, but I mean, you could technically say it was 2 because I I fucked their tempo pretty hard. Like, basically, like, I went bot and I made Xayah take a recall all the way back in their Nexus. The support died whilst our support was respawning, so she's first on the map. And then their jungler died as well with no cooldown, so even though, like... So that's where I did the opposite of TPing into a fight, is I TP somewhere, create an action, and then I use my... I walk somewhere, create an action, and then I recover the tempo that I would have lost by teleporting back to the position that I originally was at. So top lane in this case. Nice sidestep by him. If I'm not super careful, like, if I'm not a little careful, he can beat me, but as long as I kite him sufficiently, like I have been, I will beat him. Again, I'm all about the Divine Sunderer procs. That's why I'm beating him. That's the most of my damage, like Q cooldown and Divine Sunderer procs. But I'm trying not to fight him too hard unless I have one of those up. That's why I was kiting him the way I was. They don't need to spend that much money on combat strength. They can just spend it on killing people. Next up, Bramble. I'm playing against, healing on Zed, healing on these guys. I mean, they already carry, so I'll reflect damage, and Olaf will reflect damage as well, so it's like a tank damage item in this case. Technically, Omen would give me more damage reduction, but I can buy both this game because they're full AD, so I can be an immortal Poppy. Anyway, time to go help my team because I killed Olaf. So again, you notice how I'm cycling my pressure against Olaf and my pressure on the map. I'm not committing to one thing only. I'm definitely making sure that the enemy team feels my presence. They know that there's a fed Poppy in the game, right? I dove bot, now I'm taking mid tower with my team. That's what I mean by making them be aware of my presence. Right now I'm walking in here and taking all the space. I'm not gonna E in, but I definitely am happy to hold my ground there. I'm really tanky. That guy does not realize he's not as safe as he thinks he is. Oh, no one's coming? Okay, maybe he's as safe as I thought he was. Bonk. Goodbye. I should have waited until he started hooking me before doing that. I'm gonna pop my shield here, because again, it's really OP. I get a shit ton of value. Hello! How are you doing, people? I'm Poppy. Nice to meet you. He's gonna E here, and I'm gonna try and dodge it. I dodged most of it. Still got rooted, though. One small thing. Keep trying to pick up your buckler, and if you can find, like, minions or something that you can hit with your thingy, that's really good. Damn, I should have WE'd, and he would have died. Misplay by me. I thought I would cancel him out of his dash, but I suppose I didn't. He's focusing the wave, and he's going to keep doing that, so I actually need to hit him. So I'm going to prioritize on picking up my passive and then hitting him so I can ignore a lot of the tower damage. Notice that a lot of the pressure I'm putting on this Olaf 1v1 is because I'm continuously picking up my buckler passive, and it's making my pressure much more... it basically costs me no HP to pressure him because I'm picking up the buckler shield. I had to use my Divine Sunderer proc on the tower there, on the minion, because otherwise minions would make me tank. Nice job. I'm going to TP behind this guy and make him sad. If I killed this AD carry's tempo, they have nothing to play around. AD carry is the only strong member on their team, and since he doesn't have his item yet, I can just give him misery. Slow him with Divine, or with thingy, and then now I'm going to E him as he roots me, so I don't get CC'd for too long. I mean, I lagged, but that was completely unnecessary. He flashed when he was dead as fuck, you know? Like, I would solo kill him there every time. I have flash to follow his flash, and I have, whatchamacallit, I have Dead Man, so I can always just slow him again. He really has no counterplay there. Again, I built it to shit on Olaf, and I think that the gold lead I get from shitting on Olaf is worth more. Plus, I'm playing against a lot of carries, so the extra damage is definitely not wasted. In general, I think the effective health I'll get from this item is pretty extreme. Goodbye. Yeah, we need to get that Baron in base ASAP because this guy's backdooring, so I was not interested. Fuck, I couldn't flush out there. My bad. I wanted to flush like before I got stunned there. I just wanted to wait as long as I could. I could have flushed out there, I think. I was hoping my team actually had pressure ready, but they weren't as ready. I should have looked at my team instead of at chat. And I just find that for me, like, I don't think it's good. He either runs there or he recalled, I don't know which. But yeah, like for example, I prefer Frozen Heart because I think the mana is actually relevant on Poppy, and I think cooldown reduction is better right now for me than the crit reduction, because my argument is basically this. Crit reduction will reduce 25% of the crits that people hit me with, right? So let's say that Xayah does 1,500 basic attack damage out of my 3.5k HP, and I reduce 25% of that, which is 300, right? And let's say Kindred does, you know, whatever basic... The point is like, as much as basic attacks are a big deal of Kindred's and Xayah's damage, I find that having more cooldown reduction and having the attack speed slow and having the mana to spam my spells freely, I find more valuable than the 300 extra health that I would get from that item. Because at this point, I'm tanky enough to do whatever the fuck I want, as long as I don't get 1v4'd like I did there. So basically, I just don't value being tankier anymore, because I'm already unkillable tanky. Does that make sense? That's both the shadows gone, so now I can run them down. Good night. Just keep walking like this. Like always, if you're playing Zaya, don't walk in a straight line from the like place she's hitting you. Gotta walk with her. But you see how like with Omen, yeah, maybe I would have 100 more health right now, but you'll see that if you count minus the mana I get from Frozen Heart, this champion's actually very mana hungry because her spells are no cooldown. So you see how right now I have 400 more mana. I'd have 600 mana right now, so if I'm in a fight, it's actually hard to use all my mana. Oh. Bop. He's not happy, I can tell you that much. I wanted to E him for CC, but maybe not the best play. Pick up the bucklers, because those give me infinite health, basically. Pin that guy. I don't have a buckler. He's gonna come and E me. Oh, he went for someone else. Please don't E me, please don't E me. Fuck, I was really hoping he wouldn't E me. But at least I made him, like, get dizzy, you know? Well played, team. So my last item would have been Starix Gauge. At this point, I have enough health, and as you can see, it's not that I don't deal damage on this champion. I definitely do. So, Starix is a very nice item in Poppy. Underrated. Mana went under 300. Good value item. I mean, in that case, I think I maybe could have gotten a little more value from Omen, because it was like, we just all in the fight, and I had enough anyway. What I'm saying is like, in a slow game, when you're perma pushing side as Poppy, if you don't buy Sunfire, you need to spam Q. That said, if you go Sunfire, you don't need to spam Q as much to push waves, so it's definitely like not necessary in those cases, but I feel like if you're not, it is kind of necessary.